Hi lovelies, welcome back. It is Friday the 13th and 30 degrees here in beautiful Roslyn, BC. So I'm just about to head to the lake, but I wanted to do a short video for you guys first. So there's a metaphor that came up in a coaching session that I had this week that I know I've said it somewhere before, but when it came to me fresh in the moment, I just saw it in a new way and I really wanted to share it with you guys. So it's this metaphor of an old-fashioned radio. And essentially, if you can remember a time when we actually had to manually tune into stations, there would be stations that if you're on that frequency and you're tuned in, it's absolutely clear. You can hear the music beautifully, the voices come through effortlessly, and then as you turn the knob to go away from that station and that signal, you get a lot of interference. So there's a lot of static, a lot of noise. You can kind of hear that there's some music in the station, but the further you get away from it, the more fuzzy the signal gets and the more distorted it gets. And essentially, that's the same way that our mind works. So all of us have this natural default of clarity, of well-being, of calm, of just a settled mind that is in this beautifully responsive and open and clear space. And from time to time, we get heads filled with noise and heads filled with thinking. And when that happens, it's like we're metaphorically tuning away from the signal and out into the noise. And when we're in the noise, it's just interference. It's just static. There's nothing helpful there. There's nothing useful there. There's just nothing there for us whatsoever. And yet when we're in the static, we don't hear the signal. And the good news for us and in this metaphor is that the signal never goes anywhere. The signal is always there. It's always coming through strong. And it's only a matter of how tuned in we are or how tuned out we are to that signal. So the good news for all of us is that because we are that signal, because we are that clear, calm, spacious, creative, intelligent, wise, well space, that doesn't go anywhere, ever. And when we're not feeling it, it's simply that we've kind of gone off into the static and the noise and the interference of personal thinking. And that's okay. It's going to happen to everyone. It does happen to everyone. There's no getting out of it so that we're just always in the signal all the time. But if we start to realize, okay, there's no helpful information in the noise, it's just noise, then instead of kind of listening into it more and buying into it more and taking it more seriously and freaking out because we can't hear the signal and we're just so lost in the noise, when we realize that there's nothing in there for us, we'll kind of be like, well, where is the good stuff? Where is what I want to be listening to? Where is fresh new ideas? Where is a more peaceful feeling? Well, that's back in the signal of who you already are. And so when we can kind of notice that we're off in the noise and realize that there's nothing there for us, nothing helpful, nothing true, nothing meaningful, nothing that we need to take seriously, then we're naturally going to be less interested in trying to, decipher the noise and deal with the interference. And we're just going to come right back to the signal, right back to who we are, right back to default, right back to all of the good stuff and all of anything that we need to help us with anything we're up against, whether it's a problem or a decision or a logistic, or even if it's, what do I want to create next? The signal always has the answers because the signal is who we really are. So hopefully if you're kind of having a day or a week where you're feeling like you're really in the signal and you'll kind of recognize, well, that's my true nature. I'm just back home. And if you're having a day or a week where you're really tuned out of the signal and you're really in the noise, that's okay too. But if you start to see that that's nothing that you need to pay attention to or deal with or listen to or take seriously, then you kind of just allow the system to come back to default, which is what it's always trying to do. It's like we tune ourselves out of the signal into the static, but the system always wants to pull us back into the signal and back into clarity and back to center. So hopefully that will be helpful for you guys. I just, when it came through in the session, I was like, oh, I need to make a video about this. So I'm off to the lake to enjoy some of this beautiful summer weather, and I'll be back with you guys soon. Take care, and bye.